Fighter from CLG.
Thank you very much, Riv. Want to welcome once again the wonderful Rush Hour bot lane here. Guys, that was a crazy game. What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
They played League of Legends. Great.
It was a lot of Link.
Let's focus it a little bit more than what happened. Let's start with champion select here. You guys gave away Kassadin. Not a lot of teams are confident in giving away Kassadin, especially to guys like Shifter. So that seems like a bait, and you guys are going to run this poke comp into it. What was the plan behind champion select here?
Well, I'll start first this time. You always start first.
Thanks, baby.
Right. Well, Link honestly didn't care if Shifter got Kassadin because he's very confident in playing anything against Shifter's Kassadin, and we all felt comfortable as a team letting him do that. So we just let Shifter have Kassadin, and that way we just centered it around a poke comp where you can just try and catch out Kassadin, and then if we do get a kill, then you can just snowball it after that and try to not fight Dignitas straight up, which is what they're really good at. They're really good at team fights, as we saw in the TSM game, stuff like that. The early game skirmishing is really good as well, but we just wanted to get a poke comp and out-rotate them.
Double lift.
Yeah, I mean, Link is just confident in playing against Kassadin, which not a lot of mids can boast about. So, I mean, if he's confident in the matchup, then I don't care what he's playing against.
So what do you think it is that means makes all these other teams ban it away? Like why is CLG able to deal with this champion and like this sort of play style when other teams like we'll just ban it and just do something else?
Honestly, Kassadin is a very scary champion to play against, just because you can snowball and roam around the map and pick up free kills here and there, and then you can't really take him after that. But the only reason we can deal with Kassadin is because we have Link on our team. So thank the gods, Link.
It's Link and his spears also. They did a lot of work for you guys towards the mid game, but let's focus on the beginning here. You guys as a duo, we have a replay of your double kill. You guys look good in this clip here. So walk us through this one.
We just got to lane, and I had taken top tower and lane swap, so I have 2,300 gold of items. I have BF and Vamp Scepter walking into lane right here. And I don't know what Cutie doing. Like, he should base right now. Like, just because Bind Mist doesn't mean anything. I got Black Shielded late. That's okay, baby. Sometimes you shield late. So I flash right here because I know, like, if I kill him, I'll get Dangerous Game, which is like a little bit of HP, and also he won't be able to buff Cutie up anymore. And then right here, Dangerous Game just saves me. Like, I get the final shot on him, and then I start lifestealing off the wave. Oh, man.
Yeah.
God bless
Single digits life. You're fine with being in single digits, right?
Well, it was like even though we misplayed with the Black Shield and stuff, I still think it's really dumb to fight somebody with so much item advantage up on you. Like, yeah, they have like one level up because I was towning at that time, but I came back with the BF Sword and Vamp Scepter. He should just base.
Yeah.
And
actually, the miss Black Shield baited Kiwi into trying to attack you again.
Exactly.
Right. So it was
genius.
Calculations, dude.
Actually, yeah, speaking of single digit life, you know the mid lane like pick that you got at the very beginning with the Dark Binding? 1 HP.
Level 1?
Yeah, I saw. We all saw 1 HP.
Yeah.
After that, I was like, why didn't I flash for it? Support flash is worth.
Yeah, executioners is what supports should be called, actually getting all the last hits. Okay, so you guys transition out of the game, and it's all these crazy sort of back and forth fights. Like, you have these crazy trades where you're like taking turrets for Barons. Is that just like, are turrets always more worth it, or is it like this kind of composition where you need base structures?
Versus Dignitas' team comp, we knew we couldn't fight them straight up, so they could just take Baron for free. Plus, we also didn't have vision control in that area because we misplayed the early part of the transition into the mid game. So it was really hard for us to like acquire vision control. So we would just go to the opposite side of the map and get something out of it instead of going to try and fight them.
Great that you bring this up, Afromo, because we have the perfect clip of you guys giving up a Baron to Dignitas where they have complete vision control.
Oh,
so
yeah.
double it. Afro already talked through it. You go ahead.
We're blind right here, and Seraph is super weak, so we know we can't win a 5v5. And we probably know that they're on Baron, but we're going to get something out of it. Like, we're not just going to randomly walk in and one by one file into like a blind area to die. So all of us are just pushing as hard as we can. We think they're on Baron, so like maybe we should ward up or something like that. But the ultimate call, like Afro and Link are just screaming like, take their base, just take their base. And this is like the right move for us because if like our comp, poke comp like ours, we should be taking as many like of their base as possible so that we can force them into like these chokes and corridors like inside their base so we can poke them later. So like this inhib actually is much more worth it for us than Baron for them.
Now, did Link right there make the call for him to try and zone off Dig and so they can't collapse on you?
He was trying to get vision to see if we were getting flanked or not. And in the end, we did get flanked, and I had to blow flash. And like, I think Seraph ended up dying, but it's okay because taking a hit for Baron right here is against their team comp is so worth.
And you actually get a couple of situations where it turned back around a little bit. The inhibs came back up and Dignitas were like grouped up and sieging mid. As it goes later into the game, like how do you play it when like you say we can't team fight them? You've got no pressure almost anywhere on the map, and they're grouped up. How do you play around that?
You land a spear.
You slam javelin.
And a spear.
It seemed like Link was able to do it on demand this game. So I guess, again, that comes back to you guys thinking a mid laner for these types of victories.
He touched Faker's hand, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let him
Faker
do what he
sweat.
wants.
Oh my gosh. So, Doublelift, then what do you do as an AD carry then in this type of composition where you're just like, well, normally like a role of an AD carry is like either kill turrets or like kill champions in a team fight, and you guys can't team fight like at all. Like, what do you even do with yourself as a player?
You flash forward and die.
Yeah, I actually had a really bad game.
I was waiting for when that was going to come
I
back.
played so bad. Like, yeah, we killed Cutie Pie, and I played like okay in some team fights, but one of them I flashed forward and died. And as an AD carry, that's like the worst thing ever is when you flash forward and die. Like, oh,
It's okay, man. It's okay.
it was sad. But I just want to get as farmed as possible because 6-item AD carry is the most important in like a team comp like this because Nidalee's just going to pick up farm whenever, and her spears are always going to hurt. And like I know Seraph's pretty far behind, so it's up to me to do as much damage as possible. And then after 5th item, i.e., it's like the 6th item is actually what seals like AD carries deals. Like you see, oh, he has Infinity Edge as his 5th item, he's so strong. But actually, the 6th item, Banshee's Veil, is what makes AD carries like so OP because then they can't die.
And then during the end of the game, when the towers are pretty much all gone, you guys end up having to do a team fight here, and we can have the basically the last fight of the game. We have a clip if you can pull that up on your screens. This is where you guys are actually forced to do a team fight to end this one out, but you do get to land your poke first.
Yes. So I am the one screaming here. Just walk back and poke. Don't get caught. Twitch stealth. So we need to look out, and all we need to do is just land our binds and spears and just wait for them to land, and then we can pick someone off. So just try and not get caught. I have Mikhail's Twin Shadows and Frost Fang, or Frost Queen's Claim. And then we land a good spear onto Twitch. He flashes forward, and I don't know what that was, but they all collapse on Doublelift, but I'm there to back him up with Morgana ulti, and we all collapse right on the same side.
Yeah, my calling resets on Crumbs here, so I get another dash, and then I blow Kale's flash away, and I just see my team is cleaned up after me. So it was just like a perfect team fight from us, and they just like foolishly tried to dive me, but you can't kill Lucian. He's immortal.
Yeah. so after you and Link are the main shot callers there. You've got this incredibly tense game. So what do you sort of look for when you've got the situations, right, where they're kind of collapsing on you? You know they've got this team fight power. You're like, you have no turrets to run to, right? If they catch you, you're gonna get caught. How do you determine like the right places to go?
Honestly, it comes down to our very good vision control that Dexter, Link, and I do, so that we're able to make these opportunities. So we know what they're going to do in advance when we're like sitting bottom, and then we're like, okay, we're going to back off. We cleared all their wards. This is what they're going to do. They're going to walk middle or walk into their red jungle near the race area, and then we can just get the inhibitor for free or pick someone like that. So that's what usually we do, and it all comes down to vision control. And yeah.
So you guys... You seemed pretty confident in the way that you guys could deal with this new Dignitas team that's giving a lot of people trouble. And LMQ actually talked about how they have tailored strategies for every LCS team. What is your plan for Dignitas in the future? Are you going to try and repeat and expose this same weakness, or do you guys have multiple things?
In the future, really, it just comes down to playing as a team very well and what Dignitas' strengths are, which is team fighting, stream machine, etc. And then we can just outplay them rotationally or stuff like that, and it doesn't matter. But this game, Dignitas just sacked their bottom lane, bottom half of the map, and they got ran over, and they just tried to shut down Seraph, and it wasn't really Seraph's fault. One of the roams casted in roam top when we were doing Dragon. Link didn't call that, and so that was Link's fault. And then after that, they just tried to get Zion fed, and it's just like Coast's team plan, where they just get Shifter and Zion fed, and their bot lane gets sacked, and that's what happened this game too.
So, actually, a little bit closer in the future, you guys are coming up against Cloud9 next. Do you have a tailored strategy ready for them as well? Because they just dropped another game.
I think we know Cloud9 better than any other team because we scrim them so much, and they're just super good. And we end up learning a lot from them every single time we play. It's really surprising that they lose to like Complexity. I thought it was surprising when they first lost to Dig. I was like, wow, they lost to Dig, and they lost to Complexity, then they lost to EG. I don't know. It seems really strange. They seem to like go to the level of the team that they're playing. When they play us, they play really well. So it's scary. They have like almost no weaknesses as a team except for maybe their mid.
Wow. All right. Well, guys, of course, congratulations on your win. And tomorrow we're going to see you guys face off against Cloud9 and what's sure to be a great match. But we've got more games going on. We're going to take one last break before our final LCS game of the day, which is Complexity versus Team Curse.